Well, good morning, everybody. As you can see, it is May 2nd, and we are on Kruger, Mississippi. And we're just getting a little bit of yard cutting done, getting an early start on everything. I know we got to finish planting our one field down at the very bottom, and then we also got to go to this Farmer's Pride meeting. But let me go and pull this lawnmower over here real quick, shut it off, because we're almost out of fuel anyways on it. But yeah, so as you guys see, we got the new 4450 and the Kinsey planter that we have, and then also our truck and our seat over here still. We also got our planter over here in this Quonset because we really don't need it right now, and we got to get everything. We just got to get everything rolling. But I'm not giving you guys a farm tour yet. I went ahead and cut all this right here. We still got a little bit behind the house and over there on the other side of the shop, but I got it all cut. I'll get the weed whacker out here later on today once we get done with everything, and I'll go around everything, get it all weed whacked. But as far as a farm tour, we got 3 flat bottom bins, and I think that's all we should need because we're going to pretty much mainly be doing cattle, but we are going to do row crop on the side. And then we also got our harvestor silo. This thing is amazing, and we still got to get a few things for it, but all we have on the farm right now is just the truck, the trailer, the tractor, the planter, the seeder. The mower is actually Weston's. I borrowed it from him because I don't have one, so hopefully I can find a mower to mow our yard or finish cutting our grass with these. We got a lot of grass to cut. But as we work our way back to the back part of the farm here, we got two cattle pens, and the little water trough things in here, they're just for decoration. I don't know if they actually do anything, but yeah, we went ahead and got those in here because we are going to do some dairy cattle and or beef cattle. Then we also got the manure pit, the manure heat pit right here. I got to clean all this up for a little bit and get all that done. Then we got the main big building right there. You guys already seen the main shop over there. We got this little guy, this little shed right here. We can pull stuff in, probably put our, our hay bine and all that stuff in here, baler, etc. And we also got a couple little areas over here that we could place some stuff. And then if we run around this area, we got the big pull-in barn, which is probably where we'll store, our planter, maybe even our semis and our trailers when we get all that going and get that ready to go. And then if we work our way back this way, I didn't realize when I looked at this building and we had it placed that there is a little area right here that we could put stuff in. So what I'll probably do is just take out part of this fencing, and we can back stuff in and out of there, put a little gate right there. But you walk inside here, it's like just another cold storage shed, all the doors open, and we'd be good to go right there. And originally in the first couple of videos, this little pathway wasn't right here. I went ahead and put this down to where it'd make it easily accessible. We got another Quonset hut right here. That's the Meridians. And then also the greenhouse, I believe I was talking about. We still got to get a water tanker and put some water in this bad boy to where we can get that going. But anyways, you guys, I am running a little behind, and it looks like my camera battery's starting to die. So I don't know if I'll be able to get the Farmer's Pride meeting on camera, but I know I got to get going, and I think the fastest way to get there is to go and drive the planter and the 4450 up there, and we'll just drive all this up there and wait for the guys to get up there. I know we shouldn't need any diesel because we just filled it up with diesel, but I know I got to get up here to the gas station, the Gasket gas station, get me a coffee and to get me something to drink, well, a few drinks for the road, and then also get me some snacks, maybe a couple of peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Actually, I believe I already have those in the cooler down below my feet. But let's go and turn our flashers on here and get pulled out on the main road. Make sure we don't hit the school bus. And I would like to get maybe a bush hog and mow all these bushes and redo that ditch right there in front of the farm, just because them bushes make everything look horrible. But if you do guys like this type of content, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. And where you don't miss a video and or a live stream. As a whole, you guys don't miss any content that I upload and or streams that I put out. I know I also heard about a family that is going to need some help. Their grandfather's fairly deathly sick, and they don't know if they'll be able to get all their farming done. So I'm pretty sure during the meeting we're going to talk about all that. We're probably going to get a couple of cultivators from the dealership, and we're going to go cultivate their field and possibly even plant it. So all the seed that I have on my trailer, we're just going to donate to them. Whatever I have left, I'll give back to AF, and I will get my money back for it, which I'm hoping it's a decent chunk. I know it won't be a big return, but I know it will be a decent return that we get, maybe like 4 or 5 grand back, possibly depending on how much seed we use on that field. Let me get in here into the gas station, and then I think we're just going to go, after the Farmers Pride meeting, we're just going to go straight to that field to get it cultivated and planted. That's what you guys will see next in a little time lapse. And then I will see you guys when we get down to our last field, or if we have anything else that we got to get done and get going on our farm. Because I'd like to try to get a hay bind, but from what I've heard, there is supposed to be a used auction coming to town. So I'm going to try to save our money. But yeah, let me get in here to the gas station. Then I will get down here to the co-op. Well, down near the co-op, talk to these guys. And then we will see you guys after the time lapse of us harvesting, well, of us cultivating in that field and getting the planting done.
crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time, in case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list. Girl, you can skip this funny business, 'cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same.
Alrighty, so that planting session and cultivating session for that field went pretty good. We didn't have really any hiccups there at all. Everybody came out, me, Weston, Midwest, AF, and Poppings. I believe Poppings was there, I could be wrong. No, it was just me, Weston, AF, and yeah, me, Weston, Midwest, and AF. We were sitting there, we got it all done. The family was very thankful for us being able to do that for them. But now we just got to drive all the way down this long pass right here to get over to our field, which is to them trees right there. So let me go ahead and drive this 1.5 mile long little stretch right here, get over here to our field. I'll bring you guys back in. When we get down here, we did go ahead and go back to the farm and fill up with more seed. Well, actually, we didn't have to go to the farm to fill up seed because our truck was already down there at that field. But then after that, I think the beginning of the next episode will be us giving our seed back to AF, and then possibly, and then obviously the dealership portion. I'm going to make sure that my camera and everything is turned on for the next dealership area. But let me get down here to this field, and I'll see you guys when we're about to start planting this field. Alrighty, so we have made it to the field. We didn't decide to drive all the way down to that end because that's another like 1/2 mile. So we're just gonna creep along the edge of this field right here that is not even ours, and then just try not to hit the culvert right there. But we should be able to just get in, sneak in right in here. Let's go ahead and go out to this view. But we did get all our fields limed. I believe I limed most of our fields, and then I know Weston and Poppings and a couple of other guys, I think I'm wanting to say AF or something like that, went through and limed a lot of other fields for us other farmers on here. They used the co-op, supplied all the lime, supplied, you know, the lime spreaders that you see me using in the one video, and then we also bought the lime from the co-op. So yeah, everything's rocking and rolling. We're doing pretty good. Planting's going pretty well, and this 4450 and this planter is doing an amazing job. I mean, I couldn't have asked for better. I would have liked to got the 8110 or the 8310, but with the money that we had at the time and the budget, it wasn't very good, and I just didn't see the point in spending that type of cash. And I imagine by the time the next episode comes around, we'll have a little bit lower money than this from us having to do everything else on the farm. But this field looked smaller on the map when I first bought it, but this is actually a pretty decently sized field. It's one of our smaller fields because I think it's only like 4 or 5 acres. But I feel like we're going to get a good yield off this field because we obviously, I think in June we're going to spray fertilizer down on all of our fields. I think this is actually the only field that we won't really, well, this is the only field that we'll have to make sure that we get the double application of fertilizer put down on, because all our other fields have a double application of fertilizer besides this one. And unfortunately, I keep missing this very far side right there. But I feel like for our first time, on this farm and farming down here in Mississippi, we're going to get a pretty good yield. I'd have to say so myself. I'd like to start getting our cattle going, but I don't know if that's going to happen this year in game. That may happen later on. I'd say probably in the next year is when we'll start getting our cattle going to where we can start producing milk and then possibly even be able to sell those to other people and some other productions and or other businesses like dairies and factories and people that really need the milk more than we do, because all we're going to do is just breed the cattle to where they are dairy cattle, and then we're going to just sell the milk for a profit and hopefully get our money back from them cattle. So I feel like it's going to be a pretty good thing that we're about to have going on here. And plus the greenhouse is going to help out a little bit. It won't give us a whole lot of money, but it'll give us a little bit of money. And I can't remember the greenhouse that we put down. I want to say it's the rice sapling pallet greenhouse, but I could be completely wrong on that as well. But I'm 100% sure that it's the rice sapling greenhouse that we have placed down on the farm. So I mean, all in all, this series is going pretty good, and I probably sound like a broken record, but planting's going pretty good. I'd like to have a little bit bigger planter, in the next couple of years, when they start coming out with new planters and all that stuff, because I like running, I like being in the 90s, and the equipment that we have is amazing, and I really enjoy using it. Will I get rid of the 4450 and the Kinsey planter? Probably not, but when we start picking up more acres, I'm definitely going to need a bigger tractor and a bigger planter. But right now, what we have, as far as planter and tractor wise, is a decently good planter. I mean, we could probably get a few more rows if we really wanted to with a planter, but it's not necessary because our biggest fields are, I think, like 83, 84, and I want to say 68 up at the very top. And field 7, we really won't need to really do anything with that besides lime it and fertilize it after we get done cutting the grass off of it and harvesting the grass. I know we will keep the cedar though, because when we get like some smaller fields or bigger fields, we're going to need straw for the cattle, and we can get that from wheat and barley and I believe oat. So what we can do is we can just sell that other grain right off and just keep the straw, just bale it up, or maybe another farmer around here will plant something like that that's not doing cattle, and we will be able to go down there and harvest their straw, well, bale their straw, and be able to use it for our cattle pasture. Because I know myself, Midwest, and Poppings are all doing cattle. I don't know what they're doing. I think, actually no, I don't understand why I keep saying dairy cattle. I'm going to do Angus cattle, because again, in the first episode I said something about like feeding them all natural, grass and all that stuff, and we'll still do TMR, but we won't have any of like the minerals in it, which we oughta. But I want to see how far we can go and see how healthy our cattle will be with just straight grass-fed cattle. Hay bales, grass bales, and even some TMR here and there, when we want to put that in their diet. But other than that, guys, this series is really, really fun with these guys. I look forward and enjoy getting on every Saturday with these fellas and just getting on here, having a good old time, being able to do stuff with each other, whether it be, like the community coming together to help out another local farmer and their family and try to make sure they get their harvest out. And with that being said, I think we'll probably go down there when we all get our harvesters. We'll go down there as a community of farmers and get a couple of harvesters on the field, maybe some gravity wagons and tractors and trucks, and start harvesting their crop as well, because I'm pretty sure we planted corn on their field. That's what the family wanted, was corn. So I mean, they should get a pretty decent yield because we used a lot of fertilizer on that field. That field definitely needed fertilizer. So I mean, but we're almost at the end of this field, you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get in here. I'm gonna finish getting this knocked off. Finish getting this rest of this field knocked out off of camera. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. I appreciate the love and support you guys are showing me, my friends, and my family, and this channel. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. We're making some really good strides, you guys. And with that being said, everybody, this is Cole Farms, and I'll see you guys on the next video.